replacing rear window lift supports. That's what we're going to be doing today. These are, I believe, the original on my 1995 Pathfinder, and they don't hold anymore. When I've loaded in equipment, they don't really work. Sometimes I don't want to take the whole hatch up, and it's really convenient to throw a sail, a mast in. Or sometimes I'm really loaded up and I want to just throw some groceries here, and if I have the whole hatch come open, the groceries kind of fall out. So this has been a really neat thing I like on this vehicle, and with it not working, I've just stopped using it for a while. So we're going to fix those today. First thing to do is to secure this. I've tried with poles and it just doesn't seem to hold, it just slides off. So I have these ropes attached to my roof rack. Here we go, just to attach this here. Just a simple knot will do for this. And then, I don't want to pull too hard, it pulls on the joints too hard, but just enough tension to make it so it stays up. There we go. Cool. First up, take the window nuts off. 12. This is a 10. Again, just a little pressure on the window, just right, and then take it off with your fingers. Oh, parts down. I see him. I see him. Oh. Okay. And I was playing around with these parts and they look the same. There's a left here and a right here. And I looked at these parts, they look identical to me. I can't tell the difference. But in the parts list when I bought these, the 4815 was the left and 4816 is the right. So I'll just put them there. Yeah, throw in the comments if you know what the difference is between the lift gate supports, because I am not sure. Start with the 4815. These bolts here. Parts right here. Right. Now I'll do the right side with the 4816. And these parts had a little bit of scratches and just a tiny bit of rust forming, so I put denatured alcohol on them and removed the rust, and also put down some touch-up paint. So with the old parts just being unpainted, never rust material, for example, these are just painted black and these are non-painted. They're just never rust material. I'm not sure what these are made out of. Let me know if you know what these are made out of. I feel like this is just better built, where these I might have to keep an eye on to make sure they're not rusting. And even though the shocks may last a very long time, I feel like the metal is not going to be as good as the stock. So just not having to worry about it may be a reason to go for the OEM parts. There we go, that's in. Nice. Take off this piece here. And okay. Nice. Okay, let's see what's here. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I've got to try the button. Button. Okay, let's try the button. Let's see. Oh, it opens up. Nice. Okay, one more time. awesome. I love it. I totally missed that feature. It's going to be so much nicer to use this and throw in a sale if I want. It's just faster, or groceries. I did research to find the original Nissan OEM pieces. They don't make them anymore. There is a Japanese company that makes these. They're about $30 a piece, so $60. And these are about $35, so quite a bit less. You know, almost half the price. And this is, I believe, stainless steel, and it's not rusting at all. So these were great. They're awesome. This is one thing you may want to pay for the Japanese-made aftermarket ones, potentially. You know, it's kind of nice to install a part, leave it, forget it, and you know, these struts are probably gonna be the same. But something to consider as you're doing parts and trying to save money to get your ride working again. Let me know what you think about this video, and if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Like, subscribe, and share. Cool, thanks. Have a good one. Bye.